What's good, y'all? It's DDG. I'm hanging out with Rob, and this is Front Row Live.
Congratulations on like the movement that you got going on with your music. For starters, like I know that transition from like being from the YouTube world to like wanting to be and be known as like a rapper. Like I know that's not an easy transition.
Nah, it's not at all.
What has that been like for you?
It's like, I mean, it's not. It was kind of hard dealing with the comments and stuff like that. Oh, you just a YouTuber, all this other stuff. But I mean, for the most part, it was easy.
Right.
Just good music. Get over that.
Now, you know, listening to your music, like it doesn't sound like you're a new artist. Like it does sound like you've been, you know, rapping and you've been writing for a while. Like, so, you know, how long have you been actually like creating these kind of tracks?
I mean, I made music prior, maybe like 2 years before, and then I kind of slowed down and focused on YouTube because that's like my bread and butter.
Right.
You know, but for the most part, I wouldn't even consider myself a new artist. I'm just a new signee. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say because I know what I'm doing at the end of the day.
So walk me through like you know, every time you've created a new track, like, you know, how do you feel your writing process has kind of like evolved?
I mean, I usually just freestyle, you know what I'm saying, to begin with, and then I'll write it down, you know what I'm saying, just so I don't forget it and just put it together like that and just keep going and then see what I come up with.
Right.
Yeah, so it's pretty dope how I come up with it.
What about like producer wise? Like, do you have like a team behind you that you're constantly working in the studio with? Like, are you always like trying new producers out as well?
Yeah, I don't never want to feel like I have like a closed circle. I want to work with everybody. So I got one of my homeboys that produced a lot of my tracks, Trey on the beat, and but other than that, I work with everybody. And if it's a fire beat, then I'm gonna hop on it.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't keep a closed circle.
What was like your creative process for Take Me Seriously P? That's your first like full release that you created. So as you went into the studio to like record those tracks, like what was that process like for you?
I mean, it was just on some stuff where I felt like I had a point to prove, you know, coming from YouTube and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I need to come out with some fire, you know, versatile, you know what I'm saying? That's my main focus in the music. Is I want to be versatile. I want to be able to drop a singing record or a pop record or a rap record and it's normal. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to put a different dabs of everything into it and see what I come up with. So that's how I came up with that EP.
And like recently you have the video for Accountant and the song just dropped. But I mean, you've been nonstop. Like you've been dropping like track after track. Yeah. How do you continue to do that and like still like each track is still like really fresh?
Yeah, I mean, when I get in the studio, I don't go in the studio and make throwaways. So I try to, every time I go in the studio, I make a song that I know, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna put out. You know what I mean? So it's really just the process behind that. I got a lot of hits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm really just building up before, because you never want to come out with the hottest. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, so I'm just building it up. And then just, and I'm gonna hit them on top of the head with it.
And as you're like releasing all of this music, like obviously fans want to see you live now. Like, so you know, have you kind of like figured out what your live show is like, and you know, have you already had the experience of like doing those live shows, and what was that like?
Oh yeah, I got the shirt on right now, taking City Tour. You know what I'm saying, my first tour. But yeah, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? I got beautiful fans. You know, they know every word. They know me for me. That's the thing about YouTube. Yeah. Is that they know me, not even beyond my music. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different type of connection when it's live with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can watch me every single day on YouTube and then listen to my music, and it's like a crazy connection, like you know me personally. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of artists don't even have that connection with their fans.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like I'm starting a trend right now. You know what I'm saying? And I one thing that I know is that in the future, artists are gonna start transitioning into YouTube.
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's gonna turn backwards. Just watch, because this is a whole different wave. You know what I'm saying?
Now the fact that like your audience, like you mentioned, like knows you day in day out, because that's what you've been doing. Like, do you feel like when you go and create like a more personal record, do you feel like that it's a lot easier because you're used to having them basically around you 24/7, like Arguments, for example?
It kind of do, because now I feel like I'm giving something to my day ones, the people that know me. You know what I'm saying? So when I drop something like Arguments, where I was actually going through something with my girl, and it was actually on YouTube in real life situations, when I dropped that, it was more impactful. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, oh shit, you know, he made a song about this shit. Let me listen to it. And she was actually in a music video, which made it even more crazy. So when I get in the studio, I'm like, oh, my fans gonna love this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a big thing for me.
Right. And you know, a song like Arguments, like when you perform it now, do you still have that same feeling as you did when you first went out to record it?
Oh yeah, like, you know, I get it.
You still go back?
Yeah, I go back to that moment. So I'm like, man, that was a crazy time, because I wrote that when I was, you know, going through some emotions. You know what I'm saying? My feelings or whatever. So I just visit back to that time when I performed that song or listened to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you had a fire collaboration, Run It Up, just recently.
Oh yeah.
Talk to me about that. Like, how did you even like get together with all these like artists?
I mean, I knew Namir from a minute ago. Like he guess he used to watch my YouTube videos, and then I ended up meeting up with him, and you know what I'm saying, we kicked it a few times and all this other stuff. So he always been cool, like one of my homies and stuff. So that was easy. And I always mess with G Herbo music. You know what I'm saying? And Black Youngster too. Right. So I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. You know what I mean? So at first I was like, damn, this might be too many people on one song. But I was like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Let's just go out swinging like that. So that's how that all came together.
Yeah, it was good. Like, it doesn't feel like it's flooded. It feels like it's just right. Like, and I feel like it's hard to kind of do something like that today, especially when it's like an artist that like still trying to get his name out.
Yeah, I feel like that song is gonna really hit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even started living yet, honestly. You know what I mean? When that song hit the club, hit the radio, it's out of there. You know, because it's like it got so many different styles on it, different flows, and everybody talking about something different. Right. And it's just a vibe. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited for that song.
What was that chemistry like between the three of you? Did you guys like actually get into the studio together?
I mean, it was more of like a connection basis through Epic, and then, you know, Namir, I knew Namir personally, so that was like that. And then Black Youngster and G Herbo, it was sort of like a connection thing because we all connected through Epic, so it was easy that way.
So since you mentioned Epic, like that's your new home right now. Yeah. You do have a track on the EP called No Label. So it's like, you know, what made you want to like say yes to a record label?
I mean, you can it's so much that you can do independently. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It get hard at some point, and you know, I wanted to take it to that next level. And the basis of No Label was just to like basically like toot my own horn, you know what I'm saying, stroke my ego and say like I'm doing all this. I'm catching 5 million, 6 million, 20 million views on a music video. I ain't got nobody pushing me, you know what I'm saying? So basically it was just like just talking my shit. But for the most part, I've always been interested in signing to a label and getting to that next level, and Epic was just the right place to go.
So the fact that you kind of experienced like the independent lifestyle for a while, like are you the businessman of like your music as well, or you have a team behind you? Like, is that something that you're constantly handling on your own as well?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have a team. I have managers, you know, lawyers, and the whole nine, you know. But for the most part, I'm the head of the, you know what I'm saying, the team. I dip and dab. I like to have all my hands on everything that got something to do with me, whether it's money, music, deals, whatever. I want to know everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of person I am.
Now, what's next for you right now? Transparency. Accountant just dropped. The video for that just dropped. So what else can we expect? Like more live shows for you, more music? Like what's going on?
Yeah, more music for sure. Got a lot of hits coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much. But I got a lot of hits coming. I'm very, very excited. More music videos too. Run It Up. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not. But you know what I'm saying? Video coming soon. And a lot of new music coming soon. And I'm super excited.
Now, since you've been doing videos for all your life, like, you know, when you come to the video shoot, how involved are you to like every music video that you're doing now?
Oh, I'm damn near like a second director. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that I like or I don't like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna say it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's my video. Right. You know what I mean? So I like to be hands on with everything when it comes to video.
Now, for those that aren't familiar with your music, why do you create music?
I create music because I feel like it's a completely different form of expression. You know what I mean? Doing videos, I'm able to be myself, and I feel like music is just another form of that. And I don't know. It's just I just feel good. I'm happy. When I come out with a new song, it's like an excitement. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I just love it. You know, I love making music.